Good morning, afternoon or evening, and welcome back to Edenia. We're going to be playing some Prison Architect live like we did last time. Thank you very much for tuning in. So let's take a quick look at what we've got here. We've got a semi-functioning MedSec prison, I guess. Semi-functioning, yeah. We have a couple of storage units around the place. That's good. We're going to need the storage because it's filling up with boxes of lights because we forgot to turn off auto lights. So that's needed, very well needed. We've got a mail sorting desk, so that's good. We're going to need some guards to deploy over here because we have no visibility at all. You know what? We're gonna do a patrol. I think that's a great idea. Let's have a patrol like this. I'll put a guard on it. Or just the left half. Yeah, that's fine. Just this. It's going to be a guard. I'm going to be patrolling up and down. There we go. So, let's extend these a bit as well, because otherwise it feels awkward, you know? There we go. Let's make them a bit taller. This does not really need a patrol, but we're going to give it one anyway. There we go. Gotta keep in those jobs, you know. There we go. Showing deployment now. That's good. Yeah, we don't need any. We don't need any specific times. Just whenever you can, just deploy up and down this place. That's fine. And we'll have even a guard for here as well. There we go. A couple of guards are still free and off duty. They're just going to be patrolling around the place. Yeah, why not? Alright, so let's take a quick look at what we can still add over here. Would be nice to see if there's any rooms that we might give our people over here. We might have a security office. I think a security office would be very nice. This place over here could also be a common room, if we want to. We just completed a grant, but I don't know for the life of me what it was. Let's take a quick look. Oh, it's the cell block one. Cell block B. That's nice. That's really nice. I just had to watch it on my stream to see what's going on. Grants. We could take another grant then. Governmental security ratings, dog handlers and armed guards. We don't really need those for minimum security. Not really. Prison manufacturing. I don't think we can, because this is a revolving door system, I don't think we can actually give these people the education they need. Let's just take a crackdown on drugs. Right, and we can have one more. So let's do the inmate nutrition research. Alright, that one's very interesting. So what we need is we need a policy. Right, serious injuries, security's up, murderous max, that's fine. So we have 3 meals a day, right? Let's take a look at our regime. Eat, eat, eat. Yeah, 3 meals a day. So let's have 3 low meals. I think that's... serve 3... No, sorry, 3 high variety, high quantity meals for 2 days. So that's going to start right now. We've got 3 meals on the agenda, and we're going to feed them high quantity meals. There we go. That's going to be great. So the other one is to crack down on drugs. I think a simple shakedown will do the trick now. So let's see how that happens. Ah, there we go. Ba 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 da. Or do we still want a big shower area for those guys that don't have a shower in their cells? But these guys all have a shower in their cells. I don't think a communal shower area would work. Workshop's not really needed. A morgue. I don't think there's going to be a lot of dead guys around here. A library. We need people to read for that. A shop. A shop might be nice. We can also have a reception where we process the people before they come in. You know what? I think we're going to have a reception over here. I think that's going to be great. So, how big should this be? Doesn't say. No requirements at all. Alright, let's just make it nice and big. 11 by 11. We'll make a nice big reception. It needs to be enclosed by walls. I think this is all concrete, right? Yeah, it's concrete walls. Alright, let's do this. 4 by 4. There we go. One exit. Bam. There we go. Alright, let me turn down the music just a notch. There we go. That's better. Alright, so there's already power in this place, so let's have some lights in the corners. And some lights down the middle as well. You know what, let's have 9 lights. Oh no, not the warden. What's this? A fire has started in the kitchen. Oh god. That's gonna... Alright, so bang up. We don't want people to be roaming around. And we need some emergencies right away. Fire engines. Let's have 2, I guess. Yeah, 2 fire engines. Alright, you guys will go there, and you guys will go there. Alright, let it rip. We didn't install any sprinklers at all. We're gonna need some sprinklers very, very soon. Alright, there's the fire trucks. Oh, come on. Open it up. Open it up. There they go, the firemen. Yeah, let's open the doors for them. You need to hurry up, man. Oh, this is going to be disastrous. Yeah, there they go. Oh, they got jail keys and whatnot, so that's great. Alright, you guys over here. You guys stop over here as well. Alright, so let's get on it. Come on. You know, that was a couple of seconds off of being a disaster. I mean, this is not bad. Alright, I think we can let people off the hook again. A bit of dinner is well not doing too great. Oh, there's a Polaroid picture here. Look at that. Great. Is there one of the fire as well, or wishful thinking, right? Right, come on. We just need these flames to go out. Apparently this is very hard to do, this one bit of flame over here. There we go, everything's gone. Put you back at normal speed. You guys can go. Thank you so much for saving our prison. Thank you. That's great. Alright, let's install the walls. Bang up is over. Alright, let's fix the floors as well. Concrete floors over here. And back over here just in case. Anything missing here? Nope, it's all there. It's all there. Great. Crises averted. Averted? What's the word? Yeah. Crises averted. Great. Alright, let's hook this back up. Look at our workmen. Look at them doing a great job. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. So yeah, welcome to the stream. We're going to be playing some Prison Architect again. It's been a week, I guess, before we last played. We're just going to play a couple of games. Alright, so we were working on the reception, which needs an office desk. Office desk. There we go. Let's put it at double time. Double time is probably the best. So we'll have a couple of guards here. These guards will be working at their desks. And we also need some tables lining the edges of the room. So we're going to need some laundry to be put on these tables. Also, we would love to have a metal detector going here and here. There we go. I think that's very nice. Do we also want to have a small staff room up here? Just in case people won't be able to make it to here. For whatever reason, let's have a small staff room here. We only have one staff toilet right now, so we might also just want to say, alright, let's have some staff bathrooms. I think that would be nice, right? Right, so let's have some... no, that's wrong. Here we go, and here we go. There we go. And we'll have a staff door here. Yeah, I think that will be great. Alright, let's do it. Small pipes. Go to here. Objects. We just need a couple of toilets. And we'll just call this area staff only. Some staff toilets. There we go. That's nice. Electrical cable running here. So we've got a couple of viewers already. Welcome to the stream. I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, so that's not hooked up because it's directly underneath a cable. Right, let's hook it up like this. That's fine. That's fine. We'll make it work. Alright, so this is 50 people. I think we need about 25 guards. So let's just hire a couple more. And these guys can just run around doing jobs like opening doors and escorting prisoners. That's all fine. Let's have a couple of toilets. Over here, we might need some electricity in it. No, we're covered. We're covered. Just covered. There we go. Deployment. This is going to be staff only. It's a staff only area. We've got some open plan cells here. That's fine though. We don't need this to be closed. We just need metal detectors here. So people go back to the cell blocks. That's fine. It's just fine. We've got prayer mats everywhere. That's good as well. Alright, we've got this radiator, which is without heat. That's hooked up, there we go. So the hot pipes are covered everywhere, yep. Alright, so let's take a look at the temperature. Temperature here is all nice, except for in the yard, but that's to be expected. These guys are a bit hot. How is that happening? Because the temperature outside is 13 degrees, but inside it's very hot. Is it because we have no windows at all? Oh yeah, that is very hot. But where did it come from? What's happening? I think we're going to need some windows. You know what? Objects. Objects, windows, where are you? Large windows. Look at that. Alright, we're going to have large windows in the corners of these buildings. If there's not a door outside, there's going to be a large window. So we could get some heat out. There we go. And over here as well. There we go. I see a notebook page. Prisoner misconduct. Right. So windows will be installed. Speed it up just a bit. So why is the temperature so insanely hot? The temperature here is nice, but then it just kicks off. And there's not too many radiators everywhere. It's just bloody hot. So let's take a look at the needs, because this should definitely be up here. Comfort. Is it comfort? Or is it heat? Temperature? Oh, warmth. There it is. Right. But warmth is actually satisfied because it's bloody hot everywhere. Oh, he needs to have a wee. That guy's going to go to bed. Right. So look, these guys are pissed off because of their bladders and their need for food. But they have a toilet now, so everything's all right. So this guy's on a break, not anymore, but he's still pissed off. That's not very good to have staff that's pissed off. We might need some more windows to the outside. You know what? Let's do something about that. Because it's only 7 degrees outside. It's autumn and it's raining and it's bloody hot. I really maybe it's the fire that recently raged, but that shouldn't be taking this long, right? Alright, let's hook up some windows. Right, let's do something like this. Let's put some windows in these corners. Might also be because the power station is indoors. So what if we bulldoze this area? I don't know if that takes away. Yeah, that does. So we need to keep these guys. We just need to demolish the floors. I hope it will do that, because then this will count as outside and it will vent off the heat. No, it destroys everything. Alright. That's not very good. Oh no, it's being dumped. Oh, that's not good at all. Alright, that went faster than I expected. So we might as well just... yeah, just get rid of everything then. Alright, that's not good. Utilities. Oh dear. Power station. Yep, put another power station back in. Electrical cables are already in place. Capacitors. We're going to need a lot of these capacitors. Oh, that's going to cost us a lot of money just to make this an outdoor area. Oh, geez, that's not fun at all. Alright, lesson learned. Don't do that ever again. So we did the crackdown on drugs. Alright, so this is not going to work at all. Alright, so we switch this on. That's on, that's on. It's all being delivered, come on. Okay, so if you bulldoze, you actually dump everything, so that's not good. Just about. Oh, come on. Yeah, put it in. There we go. Great. Do we need a sprinkler? I don't think we can have a... oh, we can have a sprinkler. There we go. A sprinkler in this area. That's good. So this is now... we can have gravel here, I guess. So this is now considered outdoors. Right? Deployment. Still staff only, but outdoors. Yeah, so that's good. This is still staff only. Reception should be staff only as well. People only get there if they're processed. Right? The holding cell, that's going to be fine. So how about temperature now? Temperature is fading in some of these. Yeah, it's fading. Because this is now outside, I guess. There's also a couple of windows, so that might help. It's still very hot in the cells. Staff is really ticked off. Let's take a look at staff needs, shall we? So, warmth. A lot of people are craving warmth. Two staff are actually really pissed off. Food is another thing. We only have one serving table here. Staff room. We're going to have another mini staff room over here. Because apparently we don't have enough staff rooms. So there's a staff toilet over here. That's good. People can take a wee. That's fine. And... oh, this is overrun already by grass. Alright, great. This is going to be a staff room. And what we're going to do is we're going to have staff door over here. Yeah, just over here in the corner. And we're going to line this staff room with some food and some things to do. So, let's see, serving table. Yeah, we're going to line this with the serving table on this side. And on this side as well. This is going to be the staff canteen. So, drinks machine over here. Let's have another one. This is going to be the actual canteen with the toilets. That's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be grand. It's going to be everything you've ever dreamt of. So a table. There we go. One table. And another table. And 2 benches. No, that's tables again. Sorry, benches. You know what? We'll give them chairs. Because why not? We'll just have one side on here as well, because otherwise they can't reach the toilets. That would be a bit of a disaster. So it needs an actual white sofa for it to count as a staff room. So let's have a white sofa. There we go. I don't know if you can see the steam pop-ups every now and again. A friend of mine is messaging me, but that's fine. Hello, Job. We're doing a little Prison Architect stream, just because GTA Night got cancelled. Yes, that's true. Don't worry about the messages. GTA Night got cancelled, yes, and then was going to play some PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but there were no players online when I wanted to start that. So yeah, I thought, let's have a bit of let's continue our Prison Architect stream. But yeah, thank you for joining. That's really nice. So this only needs a sofa for it to be counted as an actual staff room, which is strange because this is going to be the canteen. But that's great, you know. If they want to sit on a sofa while eating their lunch, that's fine. So we've got a couple of these. This is just going to be the relax room. People are going to be on break. They're going to be playing the arcade cabinet and watching TV. That's fine. But this is going to be the canteen for staff. So there we go. I hope that really helps with the old pissed off idea. Oh, look. Food needs are going to be met. They also need a lot of rest. But there's sofas enough so they can rest whenever they want. Let's take a look at temperature again. Temperature is still high in the middle of the prison, and it's because there's probably no ventilation. So what I might think of doing, actually, is creating a yard over here. An outside yard. So what I'm going to do is something like this. Perhaps a bit smaller. Yeah, let's do something like this. Let's have a bit of it inside, rest of it outside. We'll have a walkway and some grass and whatnot. It'll be really nice. Look at that. They're already demolishing everything. We're going to have a couple of walkways, wooden floors around the edges. I think wooden floors are outside, inside only. Then we'll have some tiles. Some nice concrete tiles around here, all the way to here. And back. There we go. We'll have a bit of grass in the middle. So people can get some fresh air, you know. Objects will have plenty of light still. Put a light here, and here, and here, and here. There we go. This is going to be nice. So there's going to be a yard in the middle of the prison. Yeah, there we go. And that one still. So this will be a yard as well. We'll even call it a yard. There we go. And we'll just put some things in here, like some weights benches, you know, just so people have something to do. And what else? We could line it with some phone booths if we wanted to. Just a couple. Alright, so I think that should do. That should do nicely. Also for the temperature, so... Yeah, look at that. It's already cold in here. Psychologist's office is going to need something to cool it down now. The kitchen has nowhere to vent, and that's a bit of a problem because this door is always open, so it's going to vent this way. So a window or two down here would do really well. Because this hallway is going to be really cold, especially if we put some large windows. Where is it? Large windows. Down here and here. That's going to be nice. And we'll vent the temperature a bit. So objects, no. Logistics, temperature. I'm really tempted to just watch what happens. Because it's hot in here, right? It's very hot in here. Because of these cookers. And now, let's see what happens as these windows get installed. There we go, that's a large window being installed. Temperature's already dwindling down here. And temperature, it's getting colder. It's immediately getting colder because the heat has somewhere to go. Yeah, I think that's nice. I think that's very nice. So we just need more windows then. We need more windows and we also need more outside windows then. So these hallways need, yeah, I think we've got this. All right, so wherever the temperature is high, that's our patrols. We need to take a look at temperature. Yeah, so this is a very cold area now. So what we're going to need is some radiators. So we go into objects. We go to here, radiators. We'll have a nice radiator here, and we'll have one in the psychologist's office as well because it's very big office. He's going to need some heat as well. Utilities, let's hook up these hot water pipes to here. And I thought it was here that I placed it. Yeah, just about right. Alright, so double up. Let's have these things installed. Yeah, I think that's going to be nice. Logistics-wise, let's take a look at the temperature. This office should be a lot warmer now. There's a lot of heat coming from this area. There's nowhere to go. This area, canteen as well. So the canteen is already open plan, so that doesn't need anything. We just need some vents out here. We just need more venting down here. So let's go to objects, large windows. We'll just plonk down a couple of large windows, but also to the outside. There we go. Just to be able to vent. Logistics, temperature. This is a bit of a troubleshooting episode, I know, and it's not the most interesting content. I'm very sorry about that. But we're going to make sure that this is going to be the best damn prison you've ever seen. Alright, so a radiator. That will do nicely. We'll just put it right there by the table. Because the canteen is getting a bit cold now. Hot water pipe to here. There we go. That's going to be great. Yep, there it is. Nice. So now, we were talking about rooms earlier. We were thinking of rooms that we might need. But looks like we've actually used all the space in the minimum security area. So we might want to expand to some new rooms sometime soon. The 3 high variety, high quantity meals for 2 days have almost been used up. We're going to have to serve a single low quantity, low variety meal for the next 2 days. That's going to be hell. People are going to be rioting, very hungry. That's going to be nasty. Alright, so taking a look at temperature again. This wing is 25 degrees now, 26. That's acceptable. It's not the best, but it's going to be acceptable. We could do with lowering the temperature just a bit. We already have something in this hallway. This cell is going to be cold. Yeah, that's going to be too cold. We're going to need another radiator. This is a really tricky balancing act we're doing all the time. But I think that we can pull it off. There we go. So, Job, if you're still watching, this is my crowning jewel of achievements. This is the toilet shower. This is an amazing contraption. You can sit on the toilet and take a shower at the same time. It's great. I want one of these at home. I actually want to have one of those. It's going to be amazing. So why is this not built yet? Oh, because of a pressure problem. Right, well we can easily fix that by just having another boiler. Electrical cable this way. Large water pipe this way. And a hot water pipe into here. Great. That will be fixed. We'll have a lot more pressure there. Alright. So now we have to switch over the regime. What we have now is we have one eat time. And the only eat time we'll have is in the evening. It's going to be a double eat time. People can bunker up. They can stuff themselves. And this is going to be lockup, the other eat times. Also, policy, it's going to be low quality, low. Max staff taking a break. That's 10%. We can up that. We can have 25% of the staff to take a break. That's fine. And we'll give them a raise. Well, we might not because we're in a bit of a cash flow problem. Yeah, that's going to really destroy our day, so that's not good. We'll first have to actually get some money in, right? So yeah, as soon as we start having the revolving door prisoners, we can have some actual money being made. So that's good. There we go, it's lockup time. So taking a look at the regime again. Lockup, shower, lockup. So that's time they all spent inside the cells. They're going to have to entertain themselves. Then they will work. After work, another lockup, a bit of yard time. Some more work. And then eat. This is going to be crucial. Because this is going to be the make or break point. Because these people, they're going to be very, very, very pissed with the fact that there's no food. None at all. It's strange, this cell isn't being used either. This one isn't. Yeah. Oh, alright, well, we're actually letting people go, so that's good. We're going to get new prisoners every day. That's good as well. We might need some new janitors. Because this is not the best. Sun is awkwardly leaving a blocky shadow over here. Very awkward. Do we need anything else in the reception? Might be wise to have a couple of chairs, perhaps some sofas, just for the waiting people, and the guards as well. Guards are going to be waiting most of the time, I wager. Let's have some armchairs over here as well. There we go. So the guards can actually have a sit down here, so that's good. We still had a couple of sofas lying around, so why not? Temperature. There we go. I think this is all acceptable now. Yeah, I think this is all quite acceptable. Yep, that looks nice. Looks about right. Alright, holding cell is now without vision. We might want a guard patrolling through the holding cell every now and again. Or just a guard in the holding cell. Nah, that's going to be too much. We could do a guard like this. Just stepping in front of the kitchen. Nah, that's a bit too much as well. I think we don't need a guard in the holding cell. That's fine. That's just fine. Alright, so the chief's over here. We might want to relocate the chief later on, just like the foreman, if we start making our medium security prison. But for now, that's no haste, no waste. There we go. Let's put a couple of lights in this hallway because it's a bit dark. The rest of the hallways is probably just fine. Put some down here and here. Yeah, that will do nicely. Alright, so this is our minimum security prison. We've got some staff meals, lots of staff meals. They are all waiting to be brought in. Should we have more serving tables? I think... No, that's fine. That's just fine. We shouldn't be thinking about this too much because it's going to go south either way, I think. So there's a guard running around here. These people are just standing outside, having a little prayer, or sitting on a bench, calling their mothers. So what are you doing, Tom Guidance? Tom Guidance. What's the deal? At the age of 13, Tom turned away his face from the daylight and towards a computer screen. If that were to be a crime, then I'd be guilty as well. Starting conditions. Nice little piece of information we're not going to read. There we go. It's work and free time, so people are doing their laundries. That's nice. People are using the ironing boards. Do we have a program for a spiritual guidance? Yeah, we have. 15 in queue. A lot of people are spiritual, it turns out to be. Workshop safety induction, we're not going to do that. Behavioral therapy, we don't need anyone in behavioral therapy, so that's good. Parole hearings, we are running parole hearings around the clock, but I think it's time that we step it up. Parole hearings are free after all, so you can cram in as much as you like. There we go. A couple of them are starting now. So if there is a prisoner that needs to be on parole, we can have it done. We can do it. Yeah, so we really wanted to have these guys in here during the parole hearings, but the parole hearings will now be until late as well. So let's just make this from 6 to 6. We need guards here. We don't need guards there at night. We do need guards here at all times of day. We want people to know that they are not allowed in any areas they're not. They shouldn't be all times of day. But these guys should be here from 6 to 6, or at least any old shift member. There we go. And the other hour is still eat as well, so they can finish up, they can go to the toilet, they can call their mums. That's all fine. They can watch TV. Yeah, there we go. All nice and dandy. They can have a chat, they can walk through walls apparently. Great stuff. Alright, so this is going to be tricky because the next day they're going to be very hungry because they've only had one meal. Let's take a look at the needs. Put a couple of sprinklers in here. These are already hooked up to the water network, I believe. Yep, there we go. We'll have hot water sprinklers. Well, that's not the best idea, but... speaking of sprinklers, we might want to have some sprinklers in the canteen as well. Because this is going to be a hot zone. So let's put down a pipe. Logistics again. Prison labor. We've got jobs for everyone, everywhere. Yeah, that's nice. All the jobs that they can handle. It's just the mailroom. I don't really know what entices people to work in the mailroom. Do they need some kind of education? Well, it doesn't say. This says required kitchen safety and hygiene. This doesn't. So I think it's fixed there. Very nice. All right. Let's quickly take a look around the internet. There we go. Just quickly check in on a couple of friends on my Discord server. Well, it's not my Discord server per se. We have a Discord server, the Gaming Alliance. So everyone that's there we go. Everyone that's Dutch and still wants to hang out with people like us, we have our own gaming Discord. It's called the Gaming Alliance. You're welcome to join it. Links in the description down below. In the channel description, you can find a link for our Discord server if you do want to join. So there we go. Obligatory plug. It's not obligatory. I'm just exaggerated. Anyway, doesn't really matter. The temperature, I think we fixed the whole temperature problem. Common room is a bit cold though. Yeah, common room is a bit too cold. We're going to have to put down a radiator there. There we go. Utilities, hot water pipe. I think that's it. Yep, that's all. Hot water pipe. There we go. So these closed doors, they will probably keep some of the cold out from the yard, but not all. Because it's 0 degrees outside and it's 8 degrees inside. So yeah, it's not really making a dent, but it's good enough. It's good enough, yeah. Radiators here, radiators here. At least when the people sleep, there's going to be it's going to be warm enough. So that's good. And this is going to be outside. Hello, Peter Paul. 1991. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, that's going to be it for minimum security. I think this will run itself really nicely. Let's have these doors not locked open anymore. I think that's a bit of a waste of space. There we go. Just put it all back to normal. I'm really doubting whether we should have jail doors there at all. Or just dismantle them. I think we should dismantle them. Yeah. Yeah, I think we should dismantle these jail doors at all. Because they don't really serve a purpose. With the exception of the ones leading outside. But we also have stationed a guard in that area. Over here. So they will always be able to open the doors. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, that's very good. Nice. Alright. This area, as I said, is just about done. Yeah, this door still needs to be demolished. Dismantled, there we go. Let's give our workers something to do, right? Nice. Nice. Alright. There's the new intake. Let's take a look. Warren Stone Lake. and Valcor the Vengeful Routledge. Nothing too serious, just a couple of guys coming here for a couple of minutes until they get deported or whatnot, or set free, whatever happens. So these guys will be taken to the reception first. There we go. They will go into the reception, go through a metal detector once again. They will be put here. A guard will declothe them and search them as well. And he will be butt naked. Literally butt naked. If he turns around, you can see his butt. New uniform. And he will be put into a cell. And that's the reception program. It's just that nice. Here is, where is he? There he is. Valcor Routledge. Being searched as well. He's going to get a new uniform. And he's going to be set free into the prison. There we go. Easy peasy. So yeah, this will be a revolving door prison. And it will serve us quite well. Oh, there's the spiritual leader. He's he looks like a Jewish man. An Orthodox leader. There we go. And these people are just running around screaming, "Literacy! Literacy!" Just... sorry. Just running straight through the chapel. Literacy! Literacy! So is literacy a thing? Yes, it is. But we can't give these people an education because it's simply not worth the money to us. Because these guys are going to be here for a couple of minutes, and then they will get a parole hearing and they'll leave, and that's why we don't really have room for education here. We just want these people to go away if it so happens to be if it just so happens to be convenient for us, because that will give us $3,000 every time. So if you get two or three people in a day, that will mean that we will also process 2 or 3 people a day on the way out of their parole hearings. So yeah, it's really worth giving these people what they need temporarily. The short list. They will do laundry. They will do the kitchen. The kitchen is a one-day class, so that's good. You know, they can just have a good time in the kitchen. That's fine. We have a metal detector set up, so that's good. But we don't want to invest education in these people. It's just not going to happen. What is going to happen is we're going to have to buy more land. $20,000. I think that's a steal. There we go. So this is our new land. There we go. What we're going to have to do is we're going to make this into a nice sidewalk. Concrete tiles. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles extra. I'm going to have this to be 4 tiles extra as well. There we go. So that will give a workman something to do again. We also just want to get rid of all of these trees. So let's objects, dismantle objects. We just want to get rid of this all. All of these trees are not really worth it to be here. There we go. Now what we could do is we could say, well, you know what? We're just going to make this into one big forestry. And you might say, why would I do that? And that's because our workmen now serve no purpose at all. And our gardeners don't really do anything else either. So we could just say, you know what? Screw it. We'll just get some trees here. And we'll just make sure that we have trees coming in and trees going out. That would be really nice. But the problem with that is that... Oh, do we still have... yeah, we still have an exports area. Very small, but we still have one. The problem is that we also need space to expand for our prisoners, because this is just a bit sad if it's if this is the only thing that we do. Also, we still have a lot of lights, so let's just dot them around. Oh, that's a bit too... It's a bit too much. I didn't know you could drag lights. Now I do. And I immediately regret my decision. So there we go. A couple over here. There we go. And a couple in this hallway as well. Just to make sure that we get some light in here. So we can see what's going on. That's nice. So yeah, these workmen are going to be very busy just making this area look nice. We're going to get all of the trees out of here. Objects, dismantle. Did we select them all? Yeah, I think we selected most. And this is going to take a lot of time, of course. But yeah, as I said, what we could do now is spend some money to make the place look nicer. For example, we might want some concrete tiles down here, right? Might want to make this place look nice. So this is a 3 wide path that we can have over here. I think that's good enough for now. There we go. We can also have some tiles around the outside. There we go. Some nice paving tiles around the outside. I think that's great. And I want things to look great. Sue me, right? There we go. Some nice tiles. Should we get some more workmen in? I think we should. I think we should because we have plenty of work to do. We have 10 workmen now. Let's bump it up to 15. You know what? We'll have 20. 20 workmen, so there's always some willing to do some jobs. Because sometimes these people get tired, you know. They want to go to the staff room, but we need these people. Right, so these guards have probably nothing to do all day except for standing around, so we're going to give them a radio. Just so they have something nice. We'll have another radio here, why not? And just in case, we'll give them a TV as well. Well, we might want to put the TVs here instead, actually. There we go, TVs and radios. These people will have it all. So we've got a lot of workmen now doing a lot of work. That's good. This is going to be built. These are going to be demolished. We're going to have a lot of exports on wood, which will bring in a lot of cash. And we'll have you know what? We'll have a wall around the outside of this plot of land as well. We'll just have a 3 wide and a 3 wide. And another 3 wide. There we go. Now it might say 4 wide when you pull it like that, but that means that's because the outside rim does not get counted. We don't build on the outside rim. So there we go. We've got a lot of deliveries, staff meals, plenty of them. I don't know why we keep getting staff meals because we don't seem to be finishing the ones we already have. But yeah, we've got cooks, we've got janitors, we've got people working everywhere just about. Let's put a light here because it's just at one dark corner, you know. Same here and here as well. Let's just put some lights in this hallway. So this is the big eat time for these people. Let's take a look what happens because the needs have not yet risen to dangerous levels. They're actually just enjoying some meals, and these people are on a row on the same bench all complaining about literacy, literacy, literacy. I think we will have passed this grant easily. We didn't get any riots whatsoever. Alright, so let's take a look at grants then. Tool cleanup. I think we could do that easily as well. Governmental security ratings. Assign 2 dog handlers to a dog patrol and armed guards to a patrol. I don't think we need to, but you know, why not? Why not? We get a lot of money up front as well. And we could just have some guards patrolling the outside rim. Some dogs patrolling the outside rim of the prison. Because why not? Do we have room for a security? Not really. We don't have room for a security office. What we could do is have a security office in this corner and just cut it off here. Make this staff only. You know what? I think that will work. I think it's crazy enough that it might work. Alright, so concrete walls. This will be the security office. And we'll have staff doors. No, not staff doors. We'll have jail doors. Make it reinforced, you know? Make it happen. So there's no light in this hallway. That should be fixed. We also don't have a light in the staff room. That's a bit sad. Alright, let's have a light over here. I think there's one light will do just nice. Alright, so this will be the security office. Where is it? Security, there we go. So it needs an office desk, filing cabinets. Where is it? Zoom in just a bit. There we go. Office desk. We'll have someone sitting around here, doing some paperwork. Stuffing things into a filing cabinet. There we go. So this is all we really need, but we're going to need something else as well. We might want to have some door servos. Just a guard to... oh, it's going to snow. Oh, damn. Alright, we might just then need a radiator in here as well. Just to be sure. You know, we don't want any pissed off guards. We've had plenty. So... utilities, hot water pipe up to here. There we go. Easy. Easy peasy. Alright, so this security office, we are going to use some... I think that we should really do with... where is it? A door servo, door control. Door control system. There we go. I think a door control system will be marvellous. Let's just put one down here. So this guy will be in charge of handling the big doors around the place. And I'll show you in a minute how they can be connected. It's very easy. As soon as it's built, there we go. There comes someone with the door control servo. Yeah, it goes through the snow, outside, through the gravel, into here. Look at that, what a champion. Carrying that thing all by himself. There he goes. Alright, it's in. Utilities, electrical. I think this is the closest hookup. Right, so a guard should be here at this machine. Hello, Delta Gaming. Just started watching. Welcome. There we go. Grant completed. We can now add some food back to our regime. So breakfast and lunch. There we go. Finally, and dinner. I think dinner should be a bit earlier, like this, and it should be a bit shorter as well. We'll have a bit of lockup at the end of the day, just like this. We'll have a double eat time over here. Or, well, you know what? 1 hour, that's enough. For these guys, that's going to be enough. Great. Policy, we'll have medium food again. Medium food, medium quantity. There we go. Alright, so door control system. Now how does this work? You go to utilities and you go to door servos. Now every door that's highlighted, you can give a door servo. So these doors over here, we can make sure that these are automatic. This one can't be because it's connected to the outer walls. But these guys, these three, we can have automated by a door servo. This one, we can automate. It also would be very nice to automate the one into the reception and out of the reception. We don't need to automate the ones leading into the security office, because that's no place for prisoners to be. There we go. Job says that the music makes him think of Fallout. Yeah, well, I love me some all-time jazz. Let's do speaking of all-time jazz, here's a shakedown. We're gonna find some tools. There we go, garden shears. We found garden shears, guys. That's insane. A power drill. Christ. Still busy working on this forest over here. That's amazing, to say the least. We've got some new prisoners coming in. 3 prisoners up for parole. And these guys are going to get in. Oh, that's a bit much, actually. I don't think we can hold that many prisoners. But that's fine. So this door. This is one of the doors that's really hard to... you know what? We're going to take this guy and we're going to say, go to here. So the door will open up. And will stay open. Now... one thing I really wanted to show you, we're going to give this guy a chair, by the way. This girl, actually, it's not a guy. There we go. So if we connect these doors to the proper servo, there we go. We can connect these up and we can put them on the network. That means that whenever someone's at the door who's cleared to go there, the guy or girl behind the servo will actually open up the doors, which is nice. So we'll have this one here. I think that's all the jail doors that we want to automate, really. So this guy will have an easy job, because there's not too many doors to keep an eye on. Now what we can do with this guy, because he's stationed here, right? And that's fine. We don't need him stationed here anymore. We can just have a guard patrol over here. We already had one guard patrol. That's schedule 1 only. We don't want schedule 1 only. We just want this guy to be here forever. There we go. So we already had one guy.
Follow the damn train, CJ.
Oh, we have someone following. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at who it was. Gonna have to watch it back just a bit. Thank you, Proper Job, for following. Thank you very much. There we go. Anyway, we've got 2 guards patrolling the entrance now, so one of those should always be able to open up the door. We don't need those guards there at all time, but we do need a couple of them, at least on standby, so that's why we have 2 on patrol. Still one place we haven't searched. Drives me nuts. Where is it? Drives me absolutely bonkers. I don't know where it is. Doesn't really matter. We've got a door control system now. That's the only thing that we need to know right now. Temperature. Still taking a look at what we can do to make it better. I think the overall temperature of 20 degrees is really nice. Except this hallway. That's a bit cold. We're going to need to actually get one of these radiators in this hallway because it's too damn cold. I'm going to have one here as well. So people in the staff room will be a bit warmer as well. Utilities, hot water pipe. There is one. There's already hot water pipes underneath them, so that's good. Alright, so this is going to be the new prison site. So what are we going to do with this this place? We still need to deforest everything, so that's priority number 1. But we're going to make a medium security prison over here. We have tons of money. It's straight up cartoonish how much money we have. And we've got a couple of boilers around this place. 1 boiler per side. And apparently that's a good system, so Never change a broken team, they say. Never change a winning team, they say. Are the shakedowns random, or can you actually force them? You have to force them. You have to force a shakedown, a lockdown, or a bang up. If you don't do a shakedown every now and again, you'll find that your people will get too relaxed and they will start digging tunnels and smuggling contraband. But if you do too many shakedowns, they will actually start to riot because you will suppress their freedom. They need a bit of freedom as well. So it's a delicate balancing act, all of it. So let's see, we have garbage over here, we have deliveries over here, exports. I think exports should be upgraded just a bit. Where is it? Rooms. Exports. Where is it? There it is. So this is just a well, it's 16 tiles. Yeah, well, never mind. That's going to be fine for now. There's a stack of concrete over here for the tiles. We still need to get rid of all of these trees, and we're going to need to get rid of them fast because I want to build here. I want to actually do something with this space that we've recently acquired. So, minimum security is kind of the best kind of security you can have for fast processing. Also, I love it when they... where is it? Oh, this guy was just using it. I've got these toilet shower combos. I tried to tell you earlier, Job, but you were not responding. So I don't know if you noticed, but this is something I want in my real life house. I want to have a toilet with a shower on top, just so I can sit down, take a dump, have a shower as well at the same time. But yeah, that's looks like from the creators of RimWorld. It would be the other way around, I guess. But yeah, they have a very similar style. But there's a lot of these. I hope you want to clean the toilet though. Yeah, it's a bit nasty. It's just a bit nasty. But I don't know the order in which RimWorld or Prison Architect were developed. But yeah, they do share a lot of similarities. Except that this one is an architect style game, the other one is a survival style game. But yeah, I see the similarities. Yeah. Let's see. We only have a couple of boxes left, so we don't need this big storage hallway anymore. We're just going to leave it there anyway. So what do we want to do with the actual medium security building? I've got a couple of ideas, but were they the same development company though? No, they weren't. Let's see. RimWorld is Send Owl, I believe, is the company Send Owl, and this is made by. Where is it? Doesn't say. I thought it said somewhere. Options. Oh no, that just opens up. This is Introversion software. So no, it's not the same guys actually, so yeah. Alright, so hello Princess Mandy X. Welcome to the stream. So should we do something with okay, you know what? We should have definitely more lights. That's the first thing that we need. Because there's not a lot of lights. Oh, we cannot place one here. It's a bit strange. Alright, we'll just leave it like this then. Otherwise we can't have it symmetrical. Okay, fair enough. The different companies, yeah, they are. They apparently are, but you couldn't really, you can't really tell if you've just fired up the games. If you've just fired up the games yourself, you would swear that they were the same company. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Right, we should start planning this area. So there's an idea I had for a prison. Because this is a bit of a hot fudge with these extra large corridors, because there's nothing we can really place in between them. So what if we just make a prison made up out of squares? I know it sounds really boring, but hear me out. So what if we all have 5x5 rooms, and then we can have corridors within those rooms, so we can have cells within those blocks, etc., etc. I think it would be really, really nice and challenging, actually, to build something like this. So first things first, though, we're going to need a perimeter wall. We're going to need a big old perimeter wall. I hope we can afford this. I think we can easily. I think. There we go. So this area will be another double GL door. Large GL door. There we go. OCD proof design. Yeah, that's kind of the thing I was going for, because a lot of people like things if they look symmetrical, but there's also people who like things that look like this, a bit of chaos. So I'm trying to find a nice middle ground here. But I just don't know how I'm going to do it just yet. Anyway, doesn't really matter. We're going to go to foundations. And we're going to see... first of all, I think we need a bit of space around the edge. So concrete tiles within these walls. This is going to be the wall itself, right? Yeah, so this is going to be the 3x3 concrete tiles again. The reason that we take a bit of space in between these walls is because otherwise the family of some of these criminals will throw items over the wall and will actually harm our operation by smuggling contraband in. If you leave a bit of space and you disallow the people to go into that space, then you will make sure that they don't reach their contraband. The reception is ice cold. We're going to need to do something about that, because these guys are freezing their balls off, or freezing their lips shut, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to have a radiator in this room. Let's have it right next to the desk. According to Steam, Prison Architect is developed by Introversion Software. Yeah. That is correct. Oh, we need it to be here. Utilities, hot water pipe there. There we go. Easy. Alright. There's the prisoner bus. We're going to get a new intake. And this is going to be probably a daily thing, not long from now. Because, look, we have people doing... what's it called? Doing parole programs all day, every day. Steam is finally useful for something. So this guy, Antoine B7 Bassetti, he will hear if he can go home or not today. But most people that apply for parole are released. Look at these guys. All three of them are released. So that's a cool $9,000 right now. So there we go. These doors, should we? Yeah, we should. I think we should. We should have some servos on these doors. Let's see, where is it? Utilities, door servos. I think that this will be really nice to be automated. This one doesn't really need to be automated, but these do need to be automated. This is not something that these guys will go through every day, all day. So, yeah, I think that's going to be just about great. Just about great. There we go. So as soon as those are installed, I'm going to have... should I have another door control guy hooked up? Now, this guy is doing nothing sometimes, so that's good. We're going to give this guy his own radio, though, because he's going to be here for a long time. And this guy is going to get really, really tired, so he needs some relaxation. So I'm going to give him his own radio right next to his office, so he can tune the buttons and listen to his favorite radio show, his favorite podcast, whatever he wants to listen to. So we've got guys mopping, still complaining about, this guy's complaining about food. Even though that we have reinstalled our food, our lunch times in the regime. But yeah, sometimes people are naughty and they end up in the solitary and they don't get time to eat. Because they've just been jackasses all this time. So yeah, then you actually need to get these guys some lunch later on, I guess. Cell block C, we'll just take the grants because why not? Programs, that's fine. We have plenty of programs. Finance, we're doing great. We're making 15,000 a day, just with these revolving door prisoners. They just come in, go out, gone. Easy money. So we're building this nice big wall out here, and some of these tiles are being replaced by paving stone, I believe it is. That's because the wall comes with paving stone pre-installed. Doesn't really matter, we'll just go over it once again after it's been built. That's fine. It's not like the money is stopping us right now. We do need to figure out however we want to make this building. So I think we should have a concrete building. And let's take a look what happens if we do automatic lights. So this should be 7 by 7. Yeah, let's just make this. Oh no, still needs one tile. Oh, there he is. There he is. Look at him. Look at him running. Her running. And this is made. So there's 2 lights waiting to be installed here. So it looks like there's a... Yeah, it looks like auto lights is not the best in this situation because it will add a light every 3 squares. I think it's a bit too much. Just a bit. So we'll just do without auto lights. We'll just do concrete buildings and we'll just make it like this. Another room and another room. If you catch my drift. We're just going to do something like this. And let's see how that fits in. Let's keep it paused for a while so we can actually measure it out. I don't mind if they already order all the bricks because we're going to use the bricks anyway. So that would leave a bit of headroom over here, but that's fine. We can have something like now how would this go actually? Yeah, that's going to fill it up. That's not going to be the best. We're just going to do it like this. This is going to be a nice smoking alley for the staff. Why not? Let's go crazy. This should also be 6 wide then. And 6 wide. 6 wide. 6 wide. And 6 wide. Again, another bit of smoking alley. That's fine. Now go into materials, let's grab the concrete tiles and let's just make sure that this is all concrete tiles. Not some dirt every once and again, but just concrete tiles. This will be concrete tiles and this will be concrete tiles as well. There we go. I think that's most of it done. So this does need a bit of power. We're going to give these guys their own little power station and water station. We can do this behind here because we don't really have use for that anywhere else. We'll just do it like this. That's fine. So this is going to be our medium security, and they are going to get a nice big room where they can do their work in. Let's go into concrete once again. Let's finish this one up all the way to here. It's going to be 20,000, but it's going to be worth. So there we go. Oh, a bit of poison was found. That's not the best. Couldn't really see who got the poison. Let's take a quick look around, just to do a head count. If someone has a dummy in their bed, we're gonna snack them. Oh, this guy. This guy. You better search his cell as well. There we go. He went through the metal detector and it gave an error, so it went off. Didn't have anything useful on him. Alright, I don't see any basketballs lying in the beds. These guys, perhaps, no, they're not up to anything bad. It's all very well regulated, it's all above board. Look at that. People are taking a break. It's great. Great stuff. Alright, so big ass building is being made here. Hello, Dog for Prez. Dog for Prez, right. Now it makes sense. We always needed a dog for president. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you. We're going to continue with this kind of design. This requires an entrance. Well, this entrance that we're just going to do something like this to quickly force it open. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some walls in between here. And these walls are going to signify... we're just going to have a couple of pluses like this. I don't know if I'm making sense at all. But we're just going to have pluses and rooms. And these rooms will just... for instance, if they find it too far to walk to the staff room, there's going to be a staff room somewhere here. A small one. If they find it too far to walk to a staff room, we'll just add another small staff room with just a toilet and a serving table and a wide sofa, for instance. And we're going to see if we can stretch this concept to be used. You make a lot of sense, Creamy. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, this is going to be... what I'm going to do... I want this wall demolished as well. Thank you. Walls. I'm going to make some pluses. 1, 2, 3. Plus. Now this big one needs to be finished. Would love it if that happens. Yeah, there we go. That's the whole thing done. Alright, so we're going to have these pluses dotted around. And those will signify the middles of these rooms. There we go. There we go. Nice music on the background. That really helps to soothe the soul. Alright, so now 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm really not counting at all, actually. It's a bit bad. Alright, there we go. We'll have a lot of pluses, and we'll just make these into rooms wherever we need to. And if we don't need a room, then we'll have some walls to pretend like they're support struts, right? Because it's a bit of role-playing as well. We can't just have a big room holding itself up. It's madness. Oh, I think they cannot do these concrete walls now because they can't walk in the middle, right? Yeah, that's gonna be a problem, I guess. No, he just walks in there. That's fine. All right, 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's crooked. There we go. Yep. There we go. Luckily, I've got 20 of these guys running around. I'm going to open this door temporarily, automatically. There we go. Let's keep it locked open. So materials, concrete walls. I love it that your mouse is also a flashlight, so you can always see where you're building, even though you might not have visibility over that area. It's just one of the small things, you know. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and another wall. So, what are you guys up to in this in the chats? Because this is not going to be the best viewing content that we have. So we might as well have some jokes, or we might just have a nice chat with you guys. Because I really appreciate you guys being here, and the reason I do is because otherwise I would be a lonely guy playing a game by itself, while his wife is out drinking wine with a friend. So, yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Playing Minecraft right now, says Peter Paul. Yeah, it's a way to entertain yourself. Just like I am playing Prison Architect, playing Minecraft is a very valid way of entertaining yourself. So this should be... yeah, look at that. Perfect. Alright. OCD cured. I'm now forever cured of OCD. You heard it here first. Alright, jail doors. This is going to be one entrance. Yeah, that's going to be an entrance. Alright, lights. Let's have some lights in here. There we go. Lights go in the middle of these rooms. Another early release. We're still making money like water. It's great. But there's going to be a ton of lights here. This might be not enough to cover every nook and cranny, but I think it will be just bright enough to make it look like an actual prison. So there we go. Now some of these are going to be hallways, so that's a bit of wasted space. Because you might say you don't need a 5-wide hallway, and I agree. But we can have some things in the hallways, like book stands. We can have seats, we can have bins, serving tables. We might even just have toilets in the hallways. There we go, that's all the lights that we need. Let's first get some power. I don't believe you, CC. OCD forever. Yeah, alright. You got me. Right, let's put some power down. Some power over here. This is actually still a 5x5 if you look at it like that. So, you know, still didn't fail, I guess. We can have something like this. Doesn't look like the best, but we'll have some exits, you know, some places. There we go. Won't do it this way, I guess. We'll just have a jail door, a thick one, large jail door. Now I don't know if we can rotate this the right way to make it open this way, but you know, I'll just not have OCD anymore, and just... oh, it goes the right way, thank God. If it went through the perimeter wall, that would be just sad. Alright, power station, there we go. So, power station will need some... what's it called? Capacitors, yeah, we'll need a couple of capacitors. 5 will do for now. Electrical wire, which is going to lead it into here. And I'm just going to see if it stretches to this one. Because if it does, then we can calculate where to put the wire for maximum efficiency. It'll probably be around here, all the way up. And then loop around to here, all the way down. That will probably be how it goes. And do we need a separate water pump? I think we do. Now we don't have enough funds to do anything. Great Scott. It's expensive making a new prison. Sure is. Alright, so yeah, we're going to need some deployment here again, because we're going to need 2 guards standing guard over here. There we go. And yeah, these guys are not in the scheduler for 1. No, we don't need them in the schedule for 1. That's great. So we got a couple of guards here. Do we need more guards? I think that we do, because we are now growing. So we're going to have 5 more guards. So there's still a lot of guards in this area. This guy still does the doors by himself. I think this woman has not left her place at all. By the way, look at that. Her sister is actually working here as a janitor. Why is she not moving? Not at all. Oh, now she is. She was stuck in the wall. Great. I love my staff being stuck in the wall. It really adds to the realism of the game. Alright, so this is in. We've got... Yeah, so this does reach. Right, so what we can do... is we can do... this. And we can just have... 1 power network going to here, and to here, and back. And that will cover the entire prison. Only downside is we can't afford the bloody thing. Oh, come on, just a couple of dollars. Is there a way to beat the game, or is it open? Well, there are a lot of missions that you can do. There's also a campaign that you can do, which consists of 5 levels. But yeah, you can actually beat the game, but it's also open plan. So if you beat the game and get all missions done, it doesn't mean game over. Alright, we're gonna have to actually wait for a couple of funds to come in. Should be really soon. Every time the hour strikes on the clock, you get some funds, or you pay some funds, depending on how you're looking. So we make 7,000 a day. So I would estimate that I would get about $300-400 right now. Is that a correct estimate? No, it's not. We're just gonna do whatever we can afford. We can't afford another $10. There we go. We're actually broke making this building. And also the new power station and water pump are of course very, very expensive. But 7,000 a day still, so that's good. We could actually sell some shares, but I think it's a bit of a shame. We could get a grant with a nice advanced payment bonus. Prison manufacturing facility. That would be nice. Yeah, but these are the grants. So there's 3 more that we can't see. But there's a lot of grants that we already did. And basically, if you've done all of these, you have a very nice, well-functioning prison in theory. We could actually get a bank loan. A bank loan of 500. You know what? We'll have a bank loan of 1,000. 2,500. There we go. We're going all out. So let's buy up this. There we go. Let's get the power in. So this will be locked open as well for the time being. This will actually be locked closed. Well, not locked closed, but just closed down. There we go. So this will be the new area. So now we need to actually start thinking of ways to properly do this. I think prisons, cells in the middle would be the best. And then just have things outside of them, like we can have a nice big kitchen outside of here, or in one of these corners, or in most of these corners even. That would work, I guess. Why is this guy going all the way there? It just doesn't make sense. These guys come in from here, and they can take this door for free, and then he decides to queue at that door. Sometimes I don't know anymore. Sometimes I just just forget that they're human. Very sorry. Anyway, yeah, this is all being laid. This is all nice. Water. We need some water flowing in this place. So, same deal. We're just going to go with the big pipes. And we're going to install the big pipes along this line. And I think that will take care of most of our needs. Need to actually do it right. That would be nice. So this will be a round flow current. I think that's no problem. We'll just hook up little pipes to all the other areas. So now, there is a problem with these big pipes. If you have prisoners tunneling into a big pipe, they will actually be able to get out. Because tunneling through a pipe is a lot easier than tunneling through concrete. But they have to go through the well, waste. Let's just call it waste. Let's be nice. They have to travel through waste, and so they will be easily detected if they don't finish their tunnel by night, because they will be very smelly. They will need a shower immediately, and if they don't get a shower, the guards will notice. That's how it goes. But there are really big walls right here to make sure that that doesn't happen. They don't get out of here. They can go to the water pump station, but they can't dig under here because it's such a thick wall. What they could do, however, is tunnel here. They will be immediately out. We need to address the fact that they will be immediately out. So what are we going to do about that? We have already guards patrolling here, so that's nice. If they ever decide to go out, they will probably be caught immediately. But I think it's time for a road gate. So a road gate goes to here. Yeah, it goes just here, but we don't have the funds, of course we don't. We have usually around 4 guys patrolling here, so that would be nice as well. The only thing we then need is a wall. Yeah, what kind of wall do we want? Do we want perimeter wall? I don't think you can hook up a road gate to a perimeter wall, that's the problem. So this is 5 wide. How wide is the road gate? It's actually 7. Yeah, so we need the walls to be 1 shorter then. Yeah, that's going to be great. Let's just try it with these walls for now because we can afford them. So just some concrete walls. Objects, road gate. We need another $1,000. Our funds are dwindling. Apparently we didn't do any paroles yesterday. I didn't really notice that we did paroles. Serialist Thomas Weefrink says, good morning, afternoon or evening, and welcome to Edenia. Thank you very much for tuning into this live stream of Prison Architect. There we go. So, yeah, let's check temperature for a sec. Yeah, this is fine. This is all fine, just about 20 degrees. Temperature in the mailroom is a bit less, but just wear a scarf. Come on, man up. This is freezing hell. That's fine. We don't have anyone living here just yet, so that's fine. Alright, so we do need a couple of things. Actually paying off 125 a day. That's not the bad thing. The bad thing is that we actually need to make sure that we pay this back as well. So our credit rating goes up and we can borrow even more. If you pay back a loan, you can then get more in the future. So these guys are not being picked up. Christopher Knight. Hello, Christopher. Sentenced to 15 years for multiple crimes including blackmail and fraud. 15 years, that's no easy sitting, pal. You're not going to do that in one tug. Alright, so we've got the utilities. Oh no, the warden. The water pipe has burst. Fix it before the damage becomes too severe. Alright. We can do that. Utilities. Luckily, we don't have any construction workers doing jack shit right now. So they will all rush to here. And they will fix it immediately. So yeah, the chief's office is getting a bit wet. He's going to have to put his feet up on the chair. This guy is lunching on a sofa that's currently just drifting away a little bit. This doctor is getting wet feet. Oh, come on, guys. Where is your big pipe? Come on. Install big pipe. Yeah, make it a priority project. There you go. Where's this guy coming from? Oh, there he is, going through the staff doors. Finally. Christ. Alright, so the water is still seeping everywhere, but there's no new water being made. There we go. It just has become a mess though. So we're probably going to need some staff. Let's hire some extra janitors. I mean, we've been working with just a couple of janitors all this time. Let's have 5 gardeners as well. There we go. 10 janitors, 5 gardeners. This place needs to look spiffy. So there we go. Yeah, we should actually start designing this medium security facility right now. Before we can do that though, we need to make sure that this is all minimum security. So this yard as well. The staff room and security room are going to be staff only. Visitation is only for minimum security, as is the parole. The kitchen is going to be minimum security as well. Infirmary is going to be minimum security, and this holding cell. The rest is staff. Yeah, this is all just fine, just dandy. Now, there is a bit of a thing in this game that if you delete a wall, or a wall is deleted due to a big raging fire, deployment will just kind of go away. So that's a bit of a problem. We need to check back to deployment every once in a while just to make sure that this is not messed up, because otherwise we will have maximum security prisoners going through this visitation to visit someone's mom, for example, and just stabbing minimum security people left, right and center because they thought they were allowed in there. Alright, so yeah, the medium security prison. We should start laying this out. So there's no middle ground, there's no pathway that we can take, but what we can do is we can have this be a pathway and this be a pathway as well, and we can just have rooms across them. We can have this be a giant cell block in the middle, and this is all going to be hallway. So let's do something for the hallway. We don't have a lot of cash to do something for the hallway, so let's just pretend to have done something for the hallway. What we're going to need is we're going to need a reception. A medium security reception. There we go. 5 by 5. We're going to make it a nice small reception. And the reception is going to need some items. For example, an office desk to let people in. A chair. We'll have 5 chairs along here. I think that's fine. No, not 5. That would be a bit overkill. We need tables. So we'll have a table here. And a table here. No, that's going to be too tight. We're just going to have one table. There we go. A couple of chairs for people to sit on, to wait. And we're just going to slam down a concrete wall there. This is going to be a door. And because of the nature of this room, we're going to make it a jail door. Now, if this is fixed, then we will need a deployed character here. A guard. There we go. One guard being deployed in this room. So this can finally be locked normally. There we go. Now this guard is going to be here for a long, long time. Every day. Every day, all day. So we need to treat this guard with a bit of luxury, because otherwise he will complain. Or she will complain. So let's have a TV. Let's just have a TV in the corner. So this guy can sit here, watch TV when he's not doing his job. That's fine. Then people will come into this room and we'll need to go into the hallway. And this hallway is going to go all around the cell block, because the middle is going to be the cell block as we discussed earlier. There we go. So this is now the reception. And it's marvelous. It's looking great. It's doing its job. This is going to be the reception. Great stuff. You want some more? We might want to give this guy a sofa, actually. We want to give him a sofa instead? Nah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll give him a radio in the corner. There we go. If he doesn't want to watch TV, he can listen to the radio. Great stuff. Now, This power station. This is going to hold for a long time. As we can see by this power bar, it's going to hold for quite a long time. I think this is just fine. Reception. There we go. Small but pleasant. Thing about medium security, we're not going to see a lot of new people all the time. We're going to see people coming in, staying for a while, and eventually getting out, but not very soon. So that's good. What we're also going to need over here is probably something of a staff room. So this should be a hallway, a dedicated hallway, and we should at least do this. We're going to have a staff room right here. It's going to be a very small one. But we'll have a staff room because this guy will need a break, and he doesn't need to go all the way to here to this staff room just for his break. That would be insane. So we're going to give these guys a staff room, a small one. As I said, no problem. We'll fix it. Speaking of staff rooms and fixing shit, we might need to actually have some windows. So if you have a door like this, you can either have a window like this, going outside or inside. I don't think you can have both, right? No, that's a bit of a shame. You can't have both. So this part of the wall would just have a wall, and this will look like a window. It's a bit strange. We'll give all the outside rooms a window centered, because I know what's going to happen. We've spent half the live stream actually taking a look at temperature. We're going to make sure that this place is ventilated. Put some windows down the outside. That's fine. There we go. Window, window, window. It costs 200 for just a hole in the wall. I think it's a bit much, but it's a couple of windows in at least. Great stuff. It's winter, it's raining. It's not going to be the best, but there we go. So there we go. Laundry is being brought. We have some clean uniforms for people arriving here. That's fine. Staff room is going to need some utilities. It's going to need some objects. We're going to have a white sofa because that's a requirement. We are running out of money left, right and center. Let's increase our bank loan by as much as we can. That's probably a bit too much, but we'll see. White sofa, a large TV. Or should we just have a small TV? So how much is the reach of a small TV? It's a 3x3 area. Right. It's not the best. This is going to cost us an arm and a leg, so we're going to decrease our bank loan just a bit. Otherwise we'll be paying through our noses. So yeah, just a large sofa. One of these. Drinks machine in the corner. I will just have a TV, small TV like this, and a radio, I guess. There we go. Or an arcade machine, arcade cabinet right next to the drinks machine. You know what? I think that's great. Needs warmth. Yeah, probably does. So these areas in the outside, they're going to be staff areas or visitation areas. I think that's going to be nice. This is just going to be our hallway, which is going to get the people in. And to mark it as a hallway, I think we should do white tiles, marble tiles, no, metal floor, mosaic floor. $10 a square. Fancy tiles, that's normal. We'll just do a mosaic floor. You know, we'll have. You know, we'll have something like this, just to indicate that this is going to be a hallway. There we go. That's going to be a hallway. So these guys are going to need some staff doors. There we go, that would be nice. This doesn't need a door per se, I believe. I think that this will just do nicely. We do need a staff toilet room though. So this is going to be the staff toilet room. Staff bathroom. There we go. So let's go to deployment. Let's make this medium security. Right, so this entire area is going to be medium security. This is going to be staff only. And this staff room is of course going to be staff only. But then we need to actually either close this or put a door in. I think we should put some staff doors in for now. And this is going to be toilets. Where is it? Objects, toilets. And that's going to be staff only as well. As soon as the doors are built. Now this doesn't look really nice at the moment because it's just one stripe of mosaic tile. We'll make it look nicer later on. I promise. I actually promise. Doors are in, so now we can say that this is staff only. Staff toilets, there we go. These are being built. We also might need some boilers. Yeah, I think we're going to need some boilers very soon because there's already people working here because of the reception. So best way is to have hot water pipes running here and just interject whenever we need a boiler, like this and like this. There we go. Now, for example, so this needs a couple of pipes. But if we do also a large water pipe this way, have the water boiler standing here, and hook it up to electricity, and hook it back up with hot water pipes, then that will mean that we have hot water circulating the underlying pipes as well. Yeah, I think that's very nice. Alright, so I think this room planning is going to be really nice. As soon as we get some money in to actually build some nice looking hallways. This mosaic floor. Yeah, I think we could just do something like this. We want to make this look nice already. I want to spend money to make it look great, because otherwise it's going to annoy me to no end. There we go. It's in. And this is hallway as well. We're going to make it look nice. We have some nice mosaic tiles. You know what? Let's do the hallway as well. The reception. We don't have enough money to do the reception as well. This one then. There we go. Alright, make it look nice, make it look big. There we go. That's starting to look like a nice hallway. That's somewhere I would want to live. Well, not in the prison per se, but if it had floors like this, I might consider it. I might consider doing a criminal. Or doing a crime. I don't want to per se do a criminal. Never mind. Never mind me. That's what she said. Yeah, let's do a criminal. Oh God, I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need something to drink because I'm parched at the moment. So I'm gonna pause it for just a second. I'll be right back.
In this heart of mine, you live all the time, sweet Sue. Ooh, yes, it's you.
Well, good news. He has some pants on. Yeah. What's the name of the prison? That's a very good question, actually. This prison doesn't have a name. If you have any suggestions, please do. I'm very well up for suggestions. Otherwise, I'm going to give it a really stupid name. Peter Paul says, "Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you very much." All right, so let's make something worthwhile, right? Creamy Town. Yeah, that's a name I use a lot, actually. I'm kind of thinking perhaps it's time for something new. Alright, so let's have some concrete tiles underneath these doors. Otherwise it's going to leave a really ugly looking shadow. Look at that. It's quite strange if it leaves a shadow like that. So yeah, I don't know really what to do with those, but look, if you put a tile there, it makes this look nice and straight, and this as well. So it's just a tile under a door then. Oh, we have an overdose. We have someone on an overdose. So, what's this guy thinking? What's it? Hank the Shank Pinks. Hank claims he earned his time and nickname by becoming the world's greatest shank producer, although it's proven that he's a pathological liar. Alright. Sentenced to 50 years for multiple crimes, right. Let's search his cell, because I truly don't trust any guy who overdoses in... oh, he's overdosed in the infirmary as well. So this guy probably nicked some needles from here. And then, yeah. So we found pills in this room. Yep. Okay, something new. Town Crimmy. It's something new, you know. Yeah, it's something new, but... Come on, we need some names, like... This could be... You know, I want to say something like the Iron Hotel, but that's a classic, you know. The Iron Hotel, or the... Steel Bar Sea View, something like that. But those are classic names. I just need something catchy. Something catchy. I don't know. Just come up with something nice, and if you can't come up, whoa, I can't even talk. If you can't come up with something nice, that's no problem at all. Telford or Xerox, yeah. This is going to be the phone call prison. Oh, come on. Why are you going there? Look, come on. Jesus, Tiffany Christ on a bike. Hang 'em all penalty facility. Nice. Hang 'em all penalty facility. That's actually really nice. I love it. Hang 'em all. Yeah. So let's take a look at the temperature for this water boiler, right? Because, yeah, it doesn't transmit his temperature through the window. So we actually do need some, let's see, where is it? Radiator. We are going to need radiators inside of here. The vault. I love it. The vault is also very nice. Especially with the Fallout music, right? That's really good. Welcome to the vault. Enjoy your stay. So yeah, so this will be the so this is the minimum security vault then. That will the revolving door vault. This will be the actual stay here for a lifetime vault. Well, not really. Medium security doesn't really stay for a lifetime. They just stay very long, but not for a lifetime. We'll just see how it goes once we fix this up. So look at this. I'm going to make this medium security only, but look what happens when I build another room. This is what I wanted to demonstrate earlier. These should be cells, so we should have a way to actually make them into cells. A cell needs to be at least 3 wide, and 3 long and 2 wide. So this would be a cell. Then we should have some walls around that. And what we could do is have something like this. 2 cells in one room and just have them share one door out. I think that's not bad actually. But then we have a light in the middle which we need to replace. Correctional retreat penitentiary. Yeah, but that's very it's not bad per se, but it's very straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? It's very straight to the point to call it a correctional retreat penitentiary, because that's basically what all prisons are. All right, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna have these walls like this. This will not be able to house a lot of prisoners, but that's not the worst, because these prisoners will be here for a long time. They will be able to generate some income for us, which we really need. Yeah, the correctional retreat penitentiary is very descriptive. I do agree with Job, but I think I'm gonna stick with the vault. I think the vault is very nice to tell people. So where have you been? I've been to the vault, mate. People will be, yeah. Respect, you know? Respect. I'm gonna do something which I'm gonna regret, probably. I'm gonna pick a grant which I can't complete right now. Prison manufacturing facility. Because I need that advanced. I need to pay off my loan. That's a first thing. Decrease, there we go. Loan is paid off, so we get more income on a daily basis. And we can finally build some things, so that's nice as well. And I don't know an answer to, really. Yeah, that's a good question. What are we going to do with that space? Um, cells. We need some beds, right? The shape is really awkward to do something with this corner because we have this wall in here. We are going to get some we're just going to get one light here in the corridor. I think that's good enough. Just get a light in here. Or should we have lights here? Yeah, I think we should give them their own lights. I think that should be good. And we'll do the toilet shower combo. I think the toilet shower combo is genius. I want one of those at home as well. So a drain. Um, you know what I could do? He might be onto something there. Because I was sticking to the minimum size of a cell, but we don't need to do minimum size of a cell, of course. I'm building a prison, darling. Oh, what just happened? Someone was arrested for something, and I just got teleported there, but I don't need to be teleported there. I need to be here. So what we could do, yeah, I think this is genius. Let's get rid of these for now. This drain as well, dismantle. Dismantle the doors, dismantle the lights. Because now everything's in the wrong spot, of course. I need to think outside of the box. Light, dismantle. Jail doors are going to be dismantled. Yep, this light to be dismantled. So I was just thinking too much inside the door. Until what time is streaming, so I have an excuse to stay up longer. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay streaming because my wife has just returned and principal, I don't have any bots installed at all, but the current uptime is 2 hours and 9 minutes. So yeah, Delta Gaming, as I said, I don't think we need to conform to the minimum size of these cells. I think the only thing we need to get a hold of is, yeah, we can just do something like this. We'll make it flush with the hallway. This is still going to be hallway. That's going to be fine. But we'll make it flush and we'll make the cells bigger. We'll give them a bit more space. Make it work, right? No. I just chop it and change it, but I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. Vit, we need your help. It's facing sideways. So the reason these guys are getting bigger cells is because these guys are going to be here longer, and these guys are going to need to be satisfied. Security has a couple of needs because we already have a minimum security setting over here. I'll just give you a quick tour, right? So this is their canteen. It's a big mess, as you can see. This is where they're going to eat. This is the kitchen, cell blocks. There's a couple of guys in a holding cell because apparently they cannot be assigned a cell. But these guys generally stay a couple of days, then they go to a parole hearing, like this guy, and he's probably going to get released because he's been a good boy. He has a 28% chance of getting back to jail. But oh, there he is. He's released. There we go. And this guy will now give us $3,000 of income because of a government grant. Every time we release someone, $3,000. So that's really nice. Good night, Peter Paul. Thank you. Thank you for being here. But now, these guys, they don't need a lot. They just need their yard to run around, a chapel for their prayer needs, and they just need something to do, like laundry or cleaning or cooking, right? But now these medium security guys are going to be here for a long time.
Yeah.
So these guys actually need to have something to do.
Make something to sport.
I'm going to make something to sport, but I'm going to give them a manufacturing facility. A manufacturing facility is where they make license plates for cars.
Okay.
I think that's going to be really nice. So what I'm going to do, as soon as these bookcases are out of the way, I'm going to give these guys a bookcase right next to the bed, and I'm going to give these guys the toilet combo with the shower, because that's the greatest idea ever. I do want one of those installed in my house. I don't know how you're what you're thinking about that.
What do you want to have
Look,
in your house?
look.
A toilet?
This is a toilet, right? But this is shower head, and we're going to put the shower head on top of the toilet.
Oh my god, to clean your anus.
Not just to clean my anus,
What do you
jeez.
mean?
It's just there, you know. Never mind. To clean your anus, she says. Right. So it's just nice to have.
Okay,
You can just
keep on.
you can just have
keep
a.
on telling what you want to tell.
Anyway, you're not really in the shot, darling. So let's let me scooch over a bit.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's do something like this. I think people can still hear you, like this.
Oh dear.
Hello. So yeah, beds. We're gonna give these guys a bit more luxury in their cells. Bookshelves. Because they're gonna be spending a lot of time in their cells. So this is in. Bed needs to be in and needs to be enclosed. Guys also are gonna need a light. We're going to put the lights in here. And we still have some room for luxury. We can give them a TV, for example.
Okay.
But we can also give them a radio or a desk with a computer.
Why?
Well, I think personally that's a bit too much. But
They're in jail.
yeah, I think a radio would be alright to have in jail.
Okay.
But a TV might be a bit too much.
A tree.
A tree. We'll give him a tree.
Give him a tree for Christmas.
Yeah, I don't think
Already.
that will fit. I don't think that will fit.
Okay.
Oh, someone sent me something in Discord. Yeah, I see what you mean, but that's not gonna... Well, that is going to fit actually. But I think we already decided on this. But yeah, the way you painted it, I don't know if I can show it on stream. No, because I'm just recording this.
It's, I like your paint skills.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's like.
It's the best.
I'm
Don't
laughing.
laugh.
I'm really laughing really hard.
All right. We I think a radio. Right? Let's just give him a radio. Let's get it over with. We'll put it in the end of the beds, like here and here, and we'll give them a chair so they can sit next to the radio and listen to it.
Okay.
How? How are we gonna? Because they need to walk around and go into the bed. Tete. You know what? No chair. They'll just sit on the bed. That's fine. So these are going to be our prototype cells. Now, what do we need? We need a couple of things. Some hot water pipes. We're going to need hot water pipes for the showers. We're going to need cold water pipes
Brush your teeth.
for the showers and the toilets. And we need electricity. No, we don't need electricity. That's fine. Great. And we're going to need to actually extend the hot water pipes to here. We're going to need some... we're going to need a new boiler over here.
Sorry, you're just building and I'm reading the chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just for the chat because this comment.
Maybe make a rich boy section with luxury rooms with a tree.
Yes, tree huggers for life.
Yeah, that will be great. For the mafia lords. Yeah, I like this idea already.
Yes.
We're gonna make 2 luxury cells over here.
With a tree, a really big one.
So as soon as this is done, let's do the utilities first, because the utilities are going to be taking up the most space, right? And these guys will need to come in and under these cells all the time, so that's not the best. So let's just put the utilities down first. Like this and this. And this one as well. Right, same for the small water pipes. We're just going to do it like this. Right, so as soon as this is in, we can copy paste. And let's just see how many minimum security guys that we can afford to have around here. So this will be 4, 8, 12, 16... 20, 24. That's not a lot of medium security guys. We might want to do a couple of these cells on the outside as well, but then we don't have room for the canteen and whatnot. So I think it's just going to be 24 then in this part. And if we, if this is successful, we can just buy another plot of land.
We can make a sport equipment side.
Yeah, well. That's the point. We need these guys to actually go into here, these places. We can have a couple of cells in these places if we have space to spare. But we also need to give them, as you said, we need to give them a place to stay, a place to sport, a place to go to the canteen to eat, you know.
But like the canteen.
Yeah, we need a canteen, we need a kitchen.
But what's the first going to do? You already built showers and now?
Well, there are no prisoners in yet, so we don't need to really worry about that just now. But there are already facilities for everyone here, but those are just for the minimum security facilities.
Okay.
This is going to be its own little island. We don't want these guys to find out that they're in with each other, because that's going to be hell. It's just going to be hell.
Okay.
Also, I finally have the road gate. Yeah. We need to make sure that people do not leave here.
For a person, I think that's a good idea.
Thanks. That's the first time in years that we've agreed on something.
Yes. Wow.
In a prison, it's a good thing.
Like out loud? Wow. Okay.
See, my GF told me to go to bed. And I was like, but I want to finish watching Creamy Clown. And it was okay. Dodged. Achievement unlocked.
Heroes.
First time you agreed on something besides saying yes in marriage. Well, I guess he got us there, right?
I'm always right.
Always right.
Okay, but now go build something. Like,
Yeah. We should actually build something.
can I build something? Please? Please let me.
No, you can help.
No.
But you can't build something because
Yes, I can do that.
we need to make sure that these people get what they need. We don't need trees in... Well, I guess we do need a tree. I guess we do need a tree. Does this not have electrical wires? No. Alright, there we go. Sounds like my GF, but I'm always right. Alright, you want a tree, you'll get a tree. You'll get the best tree around. We're gonna have a nice tree down here. Oh god, relationship under pressure. Can I build something? Yeah, that's a relationship under pressure right there.
True story.
We'll have some grass. And we'll have a tree. There you go. No, not inside of
Inside
the...
of
No,
the
no,
room.
no, no. We can't
It's
do
a
that.
Christmas tree.
We can't do that. There's foundations. We can't put a tree inside
Okay, okay.
Serenity now.
Boring.
Serenity now.
Okay.
Alright, so,
I really like this because you're normally so serious in your videos, and
I'm
going
always
to,
serious.
I'm going to make an end of this right now.
Finally, doors. Doors coming in. Great. We have cells, but there's no canteens, so that's the first thing. We're gonna need a canteen.
McDonald's or something.
Yeah, McDonald's. Alright, so first thing we need... I'm gonna delete this door because it's really annoying. It's in the way. We need a canteen to serve 24. Not a single person more. Let's put a wall there. So if we grab a table... The table is, I believe, 8 people. So if we have 8 people, 16 people... This canteen should be big enough. Yeah, it should be big enough, right?
I think so.
I think so too. I'm going to do it a bit differently, of course, because I'm me. Always going to do it a bit differently.
I know, right?
I'm going to... how am I going to do this? Like this? Yeah, like that. Alright, so I've got a couple of tables, right? And people can sit at these tables. So what should the people be able to do in the canteen as soon as they've finished eating?
Like play.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of... it's going to be cramped a lot, really. So this should be the canteen, right? Yeah, it needs serving tables. We're going to need 2. This is where people get to pick up their food, but there's not enough room. We're going to be creative about this. Just put them in the corners, right? And let's turn these pool tables around. Let's just put them like here. It's going to be really, really awkward and cramped. Now something else. We probably want some TVs. So the people that are done with dinner can watch something instead. There we go. I think that's...
It's very luxury for...
You know, one long table.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try it out. Dismantle these objects. There we go. There's a bit of room for people to get on the benches. There you go. Yeah, I think this is nice. Alright, and a serving table in the middle still. Yep, there we go. Plenty of room. Nice canteen. 10 stars. 10 gold stars. Alright, let's see. This is going to be a kitchen then. And this is going to be a kitchen then. These kitchens should have... Let's just have 2 very small kitchens, right? There we go. Very small kitchens. We'll have objects... No, it's in here. Concrete tiles to indicate the entrances. And some doors. So these are going to be staff doors because normal prisoners will not be allowed in here. This will be a staff door for now as well. Kitchen itself, normal doors. The canteen, I mean. Canteen will have normal doors. People can come in and out whenever they please. They can watch TV, sit here, whatever. What we are going to need is a guard running up and down. So we can deploy a guard in the canteen. Tables are being placed and then it's a fully grown canteen, so that's good. These kitchens are going to need to be outfitted with a cooker or 2. 2 cookers. 2 fridges. There's no prisoners assigned. Let's take a look back at deployment, because this should still be medium security. Look at that. It's all messed up. Now it's medium security again. This is still staff. They found a power drill. Dave Becker II, come on. We're gonna have to search your cell now, because you probably dug a tunnel. Where's your cell? It's over here. It was in solitary. And here. Alright. Cells being searched. No tunnels found. Alright. You're off the hook, buddy. We don't have a lot of guards spare. And connect. Yeah, they will be able to enjoy some nice things to do. We'll make them a nice workshop so they can start making us a bit more money. And yeah, I think we'll just leave it right here. So let me save on the Twitch Crimi Clown Prison. There we go. It's been saved to the cloud. So yeah, thank you very much for joining this live stream. Thank you very much for being here, for chatting with us, and with my wife as well. Thank you for being here.
Yes, goodbye.
And we'll see you all again next time.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Wow. God.
Bye.
What you doing?
Bye.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, bye.